knockouts. It's about the warriors who endure, who can take punishment and still keep going. But there's a limit, isn't there? You reach a point where taking those hits becomes something else entirely, where the toll on the body and mind is real. It's not just about taking punches, it's about what happens after the fight is over, when your body can barely move and your mind can barely form thoughts. That's when you start to understand the true price of being in the ring for so long. When Floyd Mayweather, one of the greatest to ever do it, speaks out, it's always worth listening. Recently, Floyd had some pretty harsh words for Mario Barrios, the young up-and-coming boxer who's set to face Manny Pacquiao. Floyd doesn't mince words when it comes to his opinion on this fight. He's making it clear. Barrios may be making a huge mistake stepping into the ring with Pacquiao. Everyone's quick to praise Barrios for his youth, his speed, and his hunger to prove himself. But Floyd, who's seen it all, knows that there's more to this fight than meets the eye. He's not underestimating the legend that is Manny Pacquiao, and neither should anyone else. Now, when it comes to boxing, the popular narrative is often that youth wins the day. They say it's a young man's sport, right? That's because, as we age, those reflexes start to slow, the legs feel a little heavier, and the punches just don't land with the same force. But what happens when an old fighter, a fighter who should be way past his prime, is still throwing punches as fast as he ever did? What if he's still moving like he did 15 years ago? That's the case with Manny Pacquiao, who at 46 is still moving like a fighter half his age. Pacquiao may be older, but don't let that fool you. He's still got it. Some analysts may point to Barrios' youth and momentum, saying that this is his time, that Pacquiao is simply too old to keep up. But Floyd Mayweather is having none of it. Despite his previous victory over Pacquiao in 2015, Floyd knows exactly how dangerous Manny can still be. Mayweather's experience with Pacquiao makes him a valuable voice on this subject. In fact, Floyd's not just brushing off Pacquiao's chances. He's giving a very serious warning to Barrios. Floyd knows what it's like to face Pacquiao in the ring, and he's telling the young champion not to take Manny lightly. For those who might downplay Manny's abilities because he lost to Floyd in their bout, let's not forget that losing to Floyd Mayweather isn't exactly a shame. Floyd dominated the sport for a generation. His defensive brilliance and ring IQ are unmatched, and he's one of the smartest, most elusive boxers to ever step foot in the ring. But even Floyd knows that facing Pacquiao was no walk in the park. Despite winning their 2015 fight, Floyd was pushed to his limits. He had to be at his absolute best to outpoint Pacquiao. It was no easy feat, and Mayweather knows that Mario Barrios is walking into a potentially tougher situation than he realizes. What makes Floyd's warning so crucial is that he knows what it takes to be in the ring with a fighter like Manny. Mayweather has faced legends in the sport, Oscar De La Hoya, Canelo Alvarez, Shane Mosley, and more. But when Floyd was asked which opponent pushed him to the brink more than any other, his answer was clear: Manny Pacquiao. Floyd remembers that feeling in the third or fourth round of their fight, when he realized that Pacquiao wasn't going anywhere, that every round would be a grind, and he had to stay sharp, stay on his toes, and avoid getting careless. Pacquiao's relentless pressure, his speed, and his awkward angles made him one of the most difficult opponents Floyd ever faced. And it's not just Mayweather who's giving Manny his due credit. Other boxing legends like Vasyl Lomachenko have also weighed in, praising Pacquiao for his movement, his speed, and his overall ability to still perform at a high level, even at 46. Loma, who's one of the most technically gifted fighters of this generation, has said that Pacquiao is still as dangerous as ever, and his age won't be a factor in this upcoming fight. Lomachenko's opinion carries a lot of weight, and when a fighter of his caliber says something like that, you know it's not just flattery, it's truth. But let's dive deeper into what makes Manny Pacquiao such a unique and difficult opponent. It's not just his speed or his power, though those are still very much in play. It's his ability to create angles that no one else can. The footwork, the combinations, the punches that come from places where you don't expect them. It's those things that make Pacquiao so dangerous even now. Floyd Mayweather learned that firsthand when he fought Manny. He could never relax in that ring, never take his foot off the gas, because Pacquiao was always there, always coming forward, always looking for that opening. And that's what makes him so hard to prepare for. It's not enough to watch tape and study his moves. You have to live it in the ring, feel it, and by the time you realize what's happening, you might already be on the canvas. Floyd's experience with Manny is why he's so adamant that Barrios is making a mistake by underestimating Pacquiao. Floyd himself had to adjust his entire game plan to survive in the ring with Pacquiao. Despite being the defensive genius that he is, Floyd had to dig deep in that fight, and that's why Floyd is warning Barrios. The young fighter may think he's got the edge, but he's stepping into a storm that never lets up. Manny Pacquiao isn't just some retired legend looking for a paycheck. He's stepping back into the ring with one goal: to win. And if anyone knows the heart of a champion, it's Floyd Mayweather. Now let's not forget that Barrios is no slouch. He's young, hungry, and eager to prove himself. He's been impressive in his recent bouts, and he's looking at this fight as his big moment. For many young fighters, taking on a legend like Pacquiao is the ultimate test. It's the chance to prove that they can hang with the best and make a name for themselves. But here's the catch: overconfidence can be a killer. Barrios is stepping into the ring with one of the best to ever do it, and while he's got the physical tools and the drive to win, he can't overlook the experience and unpredictability that Manny brings to the table. Floyd knows this all too well. He's been there, done that, and he's still talking about how tough it was to deal with Pacquiao. He respects Manny's relentless spirit, his ability to keep coming forward, and his unique movements that no one else can replicate. When Floyd was asked who the best fighter he ever faced was, his answer was clear: Manny Pacquiao. And if Floyd, the undefeated champion, can respect Pacquiao's skill and tenacity, then you know Barrios has his work cut out for him. When Manny eventually retired from boxing, Floyd didn't hesitate to give him the respect he deserved. He called Pacquiao one of the best of all time. Their rivalry, the trash talk, the build-up to their fight, it was all part of boxing history. But when the dust settled, Floyd showed nothing but admiration for the Filipino icon. And now, even though they've both moved on, Floyd's respect for Manny hasn't wavered. So, here we are. Floyd Mayweather, a man who has seen it all in the ring, is warning Mario Barrios, don't sleep on Manny Pacquiao. Floyd knows better than anyone what it takes to beat Pacquiao, and he's telling Barrios straight up, it's not worth it to take the kind of punishment Pacquiao dishes out. Manny's punches may not all land clean, but the damage still adds up, and that's something that can take years off your career. As Floyd said, there's nothing great about taking that kind of punishment just for the sake of greatness. And that's where we stand. Will Mario Barrios heed the advice of the legends, or will he take the fight and try to make his name by slaying the Pacquiao dragon? We'll have to wait and see, but one thing is for sure, this fight is going to be a spectacle. No matter what happens, it's a clash of eras, a collision of youth and experience, and it's going to be one for the history books. So, what do you think? Will Barrios make a name for himself, or will Manny prove once again that age is just a number? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. As the fight draws closer, the anticipation only grows. The boxing world is holding its breath, wondering if Pacquiao can defy the odds and prove that his age is nothing but a number. There's something uniquely captivating about watching a fighter like Manny, someone who's already achieved everything in the sport, return to the ring. It's not about collecting another paycheck or adding another title to the collection. No, for Pacquiao, this is about challenging the very concept of time, about showing that no matter how many years have passed, his heart, his will to fight, remains as strong as ever. It's not just a fight for glory, it's a fight for respect, for legacy, and for the chance to silence every doubter who's ever said his time was up. What makes this fight even more intriguing is the pressure on Mario Barrios. He's stepping into the ring with a living legend, a man whose name is etched in boxing history. But it's not just the weight of Pacquiao's legacy that makes this fight a challenge. It's the unpredictability of the Filipino champ. Barrios may be in his prime, but Pacquiao's ability to come at you from every angle, to throw punches that seem to defy logic, makes him a nightmare to prepare for. As much as Barrios might have the tools to win, he's going up against a fighter who's seen it all and still keeps coming forward. That relentless drive, that never-quit attitude, is what separates Pacquiao from the rest, and it's what makes him dangerous, even at 46.